Welcome back to part 28 of Death End Request 2, where today we're going to see where our journey through the tourist area has led us. This has been quite the trek. Liliana, are you okay? You're not tired?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's been a long time since I've been here.
So there's a place like this too. Because it was night, it was dark and hard to discern, but it was probably a scenic location during the day. So where is the path she said she took into the town? Just a moment. That path that leads to the outside of town is... What? The sight we saw rendered us speechless. Sheena's friend alleged to take a path this way, but there was no such path.
There can't be. A wall here too?
I'm sure this wasn't here before.
Everyone, let's investigate it. There's no use. The same as before. It doesn't look passable.
Not here either.
Doesn't seem possible over here too.
Why? Does it really mean that the people who can come in but can't get out from the inside?
Everyone hide!
Why?
That's... Immediately near us a car passed by. The car slipped through the wall as if nothing was there and left the town. Mai, did you see that just now? Yes, that was the Black Clove group members.
What in the world does this mean? Does the AI not affect those people?
Either they happen to not be affected because of some power, or they're actually the ones creating the AR. So only they can escape it. There's a possibility.
No way. Those people are just devout followers of Elstrain.
It may be true that they're devout followers of Elstrain, but if I were to be honest, those people are creepy. Not only can we not see their faces, they're all silent. We're trapped in this town, and they're the only ones who can move freely through. Isn't it abnormal? There's plenty of reason to be cautious.
Yeah, you're right.
Why don't we try chasing after them? We might be able to get out.
You're right, like Liliana says, there's a possibility. Let's go check, everyone. The car should have passed through right about here. This doesn't seem like any kind of hole you can pass through.
Yeah, it's all wall over here too.
It must have disappeared quickly. It was difficult to imagine that the Black Cloaked people would happily allow us to leave the town with them. I feel that it wasn't realistic to think we'd use a hole that they passed through. Seeing as how Sheena's friend came inside, it's probably possible to enter the town, but then we can't exit? Is it some sort of trap? She came here to help me, but I may have merely pulled her into this town instead.
Sheena,
if you feel guilt towards your friend, we have to find a way out, even if we die, right? You're right. Thank you, Mai. We shouldn't sit and mope. We need to take action. Everyone, for now, let's give up on finding one way out. I bet it's the same all around. So it's scary, but I think we should investigate Wordsworth and the church. I agree. Rather than looking for an escape point, we should search for the reason the town is like this, or a hint on how to escape. Yes, you're right. We might find a way to slip through the AR, like the Black Cloaked people do. Are you okay with that, Rotti?
Well, if everyone says that what we should do, then I'm fine with it. Sorry, if you want to leave town with you, I know I should do at least that much.
It's okay. I understand why you'd be hesitant, and yet... sorry for making you do this, Rotti. I don't want to denounce Elstrain either, but... we have to leave town. That means packing and finding more secrets about the town. We trespass if we have to.
You're right. We have to, or else everyone will be in danger. I'm sorry. I want to leave town too. Let me investigate with you.
Of course, Rotti.
I'm sure we'll leave together.
Thank you, Rotti. Then let's make plans tomorrow. It's late tonight, so why don't we head back, making sure not to be seen. If we couldn't get out of town, we had to search for a way out. We made the decision to stay, but we were really without options. And I had to search for any clues about Sanaya as well. I buried my head into my pillow, feeling overwhelmed by everything as I began to drift off.
Mai?
I'm busy right now, so later... Suddenly something brushed my foot. What? Rotti, there you go climbing into my bed again.
Sorry.
Sheesh, if you want to come over here, just say so. My heart almost stopped.
You're so warm.
So, what do you want to talk about today?
I just wanted to be by your side is all.
Being next to me doesn't solve the problem.
I can't win with you. Hey Mai, I always thought the Elstrain was always right, but I was starting to think otherwise. Since I've been here my whole life, I never thought if what I did was right or wrong.
Well, sure, you have nothing to compare it with.
Even now, I think Elstrade's teachings are wonderful. But I have questions about his followers. I'm starting to doubt what I believe in. Are the Elstrade followers bad after all? I don't know what to believe anymore.
I could tell she took her religion's teaching to heart. This must have been so complicated. To have the lattice work which held her life together fall apart must be devastating. On top of that, her trust in her mother was gone. She smiled, but she hid great pain behind those eyes.
Mai?
I grabbed Rotti's hand under the sheet. Any doctrine can become corrupted by its followers. Each person creates the shape of a whole. There are kind followers, like you or the bishop, and there are people with evil plans who seek to take advantage of others. Don't write off the whole faith just because of some bad apples. Well, for now, the only people I don't trust are those freaks in the black robes. It's bizarre that they come and go as they please, especially since Carnival is coming up.
You're right.
We can't see the big picture yet, which is why we need to use caution while we investigate, right? Don't answer that. I brushed the tears off Rotti's cheek. I owed her for the other night.
Thanks, Mai.
For now, let's search for some way that we can look back on everything once we've left this town. I know. Why don't we all have a home together where we can play video games?
Live? Together?
Right. You, me, and Liliana. The three of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful?
Yeah, so wonderful! You're right, but now let's leave this town. We can think about the difficult stuff afterwards.
That's the spirit, Rotti.
By the way, what's a video game?
You really know so little of the world, Rotti. Can only imagine what you'll think of the outside.
That's not true.
Really? I look forward to your reaction.
Just because I don't know what a laptop is, or a signal, or video games, don't tease me.
I'm sorry, don't get so upset.
I'm not upset.
When he turned her back on me with puffed cheeks, I may have teased her too much. Once we left town, I wanted nothing more than the game with Rotti. Maybe we could see the great castle in the sky. The one I saw in Enigma game yet. I placed my forehead against Rotti's back. Her heartbeat's gentle rhythm lulled me to sleep.
You're a meanie, Mai.
I said I'm sorry. I became sleepy as well and closed my eyes. I suddenly felt how strange it was that Rotti knew so little about anything. Wasn't it a little too much? But well, if she had been living in this town for a long time, I suppose that was natural. Without thinking any deeper on the matter, I had hugged Rotti without thinking and had fallen asleep. Because you love her! Admit it!
And now for today's top story.
Nothing in this world entertains me. Endless news cycles comprised of names without faces. It sickens me. Its contents are a constant string of useless, terrible information. I can't even bring myself to watch it. But I must. Without it, I wouldn't know my next orders.
We will be broadcasting footage of the execution of a criminal guilty for acts of treason.
In essence, the broadcast made an example of offenders. To keep the observers from revolting. It's grotesque, borderline psychotic.
Her name is Leisha Nolan. She committed treason against the Endbirth plan and gave someone access by using an illegal program.
What? Mom? You turn your back on your family for them? Are we nothing to you?
That's not it! You and Mother are precious to me. Irreplaceable. But Mother is no longer here. Soon, Adata and the others. Don't worry. I'll protect you, sis.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, Mother's no longer here? Oh my gosh. Did she know all along?
Hey, no need to wet the sponge.
Yes, sir!
Take your time with it. Let her suffer. Got it?
No! Stop! Stop it!
It is believed that Leisha Nolan provided this illegal program to her daughter, Lydia Nolan. Because Lydia Nolan has also illegally used this program, it is determined that she is next to be executed.
It can't be. Not her.
This concludes today's broadcast.
What do I do?
There was a weird translation error that would confuse the scene if I didn't correct it, so if you were looking at the text and like, why is one word weird, I just had to correct it. Also, there's no opening cutscene to this day. Like, they're deliberately trying to make you feel uncomfortable now at this point, so they're breaking a pattern that you are used to. There is no opening scene, you're just thrown into the town. I just finished reading. It was one of Colette's books. You're done already? I should take a break too. Colette was quietly reading next to me, so saved her place with a bookmark and closed her book. Yeah, good idea, rest your eyes. We've been here a while. I looked up and saw both Liliana and Rotty were sleeping at the table. They'd been waiting for me to finish. I felt bad. I'm sure Liliana had her eye on Rotty, so she wouldn't get in the way. They must have fallen asleep out of boredom. I thought I should wake them so we could go back to our room, but just then Colette started to open up. I want to be a programmer. Oh, that sounds great. It makes sense why you're studying so much. Being a programmer definitely takes a lot of work. You have the mind for it, you're a quick study and know how to focus. Colette smiled at me honestly. I still have a long way to go though. I know it's a niche job, but if I ever make it, if I ever become a programmer, I hope that I can work with you someday. Colette has a co-worker, I do feel comfortable when I'm around her. We have some things in common, it really wouldn't be so bad. I'll think about it, but I wouldn't think that a programmer is that niche. We have to do our best so we can stand out compared to the other people trying to become one. What? It's not a niche industry? Colette gave me a doubtful look. Is it not the case here? It's a pretty big industry that everyone wants to get into. I mean, yeah, just check out Steam. There's like 1,000,001 really mediocre developers on there. That means the job I'm hoping to get someday has been accepted by society. Colette being happy about this was strange. A programmer is that rare? I figured it was a booming industry no matter what country you're from. I'm so excited now. I'm going to stay and read a little more. You go on and get those two back home. Sure thing. Don't overdo it though. Of course, Colette nodded and opened her book up again. Yeah, but keep in mind, Mai is from Japan, the epicenter of video games. Huh? Programming. I gave Colette a big smile. I was glad I could encourage her in her studies. I'll catch up to you in no time, Mai. If I ever have another sister, I bet it'd be someone just like Colette. I had a warm feeling in my heart as I reached for the two girls who were fast asleep. Speaking of at least one of them, let's see how Liliana's doing. Come to think of it, if you're Headmistress Midra's daughter, why aren't you staying in her room? Because I'm also a student. I have to live like the other children do. If you consider my mother's position, it wouldn't be good if she favored her daughter, right? I see, you have a point. That's why I'm forbidden to call her mother when I'm in front of the others. I need to refer to her as headmistress. Oh, I didn't know that. I feel like I call her mother less and less these days. There used to be a time when she would let me live in her room with her. I still called her mother then. She'd tuck me in and tell me stories every night before I went to sleep. Bedtime used to be my favorite part of the day because of that. But I'm older now. She doesn't tell me stories anymore. Oh, I never knew you were once so adorable. I'm still adorable now, aren't I? Yeah, totally adorable. I brushed off Rotty's statement and Liliana suddenly tugged at my sleeve. What is it, Liliana? The most common fucking line in this game. Well, next time I visit, I'd like you to tell me some of the stories you know. No one's ever done that for me before. Rotty talking about her memories must have put this in Liliana's thoughts. I get why she'd want to experience that. She's still young. She looked down bashfully as she tugged at my sleeve. It was very cute. I couldn't help but pat her head. Of course. If it's you we're talking about, Liliana, you're always welcome here. Really? Thank you so much, Mai. Stars were twinkling in her eyes as Liliana hugged me tightly. She's such an adorable little sister. I just can't take it. I can't help but be doting. Such a sweet girl, Liliana. For being so sweet, you get this. Oh, it feels so nice when you pat my head like that, Mai. No fair. I want to cuddle too. How come you don't pat my head? Why do you want to fight Liliana so bad? It's not that. I just want to snuggle with you too. Calm down already. There's no room for you. No, you can fit one more person. I mean, I think Liliana would be willing to switch places too. I'm sorry, Rotty, but please let me enjoy this for a little while longer. You've enjoyed your time with Mai enough already, haven't you? Come on, Liliana, it's time to switch. Those are the rules. There are no rules. Not gonna use force. If Liliana's hugging you right now, you won't be able to move. Mai, I hope you're ready. Rotti jumped at me and I kept my cool and just quickly picked up Liliana, rotating us both around and out of Rotti's path. Rotti couldn't stop fast enough and charged into the hallway. I felt like a matador. Why? Did you not expect me to dodge it?
You shouldn't be dodging my love.
I don't want to be loved like that.
You're such a meanie! I just wanted you to pat me. Just pat me, that's all.
You're so funny, Rotti.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Rotti, stop pouting already. I'll brush your hair after we shower later.
Really?
She's in a better mood already.
Promise? Oh, and you better let me play with your hair, right? I can't wait to run my fingers through it.
Maybe that was too kind of me. Okay, never mind. I take it back.
Why? You just promised!
Rotti, you're so fun. Liliana smiled at the sight of Rotti getting so exasperated. I think I kind of enjoy this. Liliana's smile deserved to be protected. Wishing Liliana laugh and smile without a care in the world, I may have vowed to myself. Oh, Mercy, doesn't she still like hate Mai's guts after like we dogged on Elizabeth? Oh, is that Elizabeth and Mercy? The two were chatting in the hallway. When she's with Elizabeth, it seems like Mercy can really be herself. They're really close. I can see why she got mad when she thought Elizabeth was being made fun of. Ever since Mercy got upset about Elizabeth, we haven't talked. I don't mind being Mercy's enemy. If that's how things really are, though, I don't need an opponent. I hadn't really seen Mercy in a while. Her smile seemed so relaxed and honest when she spoke with Elizabeth. You see, the Paris family used to have a monthly party with all of our friends. My, that's so lovely. Don't you think so? I always wore a new dress. It was, of course, designed by only the greatest designer. The last dress I wore was a beautiful white colour, just marvellous. I bet you looked so nice in it. I wish I saw it. Yes, of course, and when I danced, people said I looked like a princess. I guarantee that no other girl would look half as pretty as you dancing, Elizabeth. Of course, there's no other girls prettier than you here either.
They're really close, right? It sounds so one-sided.
That is sure an amazing observation. She's feeding Elizabeth's ego. That's a good point. She seems less like a friend and more like a lackey. Elizabeth's voice was getting louder, and we all just sighed. Mercy, you know me quite well. There's no other servant as good as you. You keep that up until the Paris family revives. I need to remain this good, or I won't be able to hire you as my assistant. Okay. Good answer. You pass.
So not just a friend, but a servant, huh?
But both Mercy and Elizabeth, it looks like they were having fun. Although Mercy was praising Elizabeth this way, it doesn't seem like she's kissing up to her necessarily, not like before. She seems to honestly believe Elizabeth is a very great person. And Elizabeth, despite treating her as a servant, was clearly looking at her with kindness and admiration as well. You can see that the noble girl was very fond of Mercy.
I guess they would be the only ones who would understand their relationship?
Yeah, friendships like that do exist, I suppose. We listened on peacefully as their happy conversation bubbled along. And this was entirely new to me, because I'd only seen if you'd got Lily here instead. Hey! Chloe. What a coincidence bumping into you guys here.
Hello, Miss Chloe. Good day. What are you doing here?
Oh, perfect timing. Mai, Rotti, Liliana, come with me. Where are we going? Just follow me. We're here. This is the shopping district? Yeah. This way. We're here.
Whoa, the sweets here look delicious.
Right? I spoiled it yesterday and waited to come here. And I was hoping I could come here with you guys. What do you think? What do you mean, what do we think? We're already in front of it. Oh, don't worry about the money. Leave it to me. That's not the point.
Let's go, Mai. The flaky and sweet aroma of the snacks are waiting for us. Liliana sure can't get enough of sweets.
I can't wait. Fine then. Chloe, I'll come too. There you go.
It's so delicious. I know, right? Mai, is it good?
Yeah, I guess it's good. Thanks, Chloe. You're welcome. The four of us spent the next while eating and chatting.
Liliana, why don't you keep looking at Miss Chloe?
Oh, have you fallen for me?
No, it's not that. I feel like I've seen your face before.
Me too. I feel like I've seen you somewhere.
So you two have met her before?
No, I don't remember, but I feel like I've just met her before.
Huh? Why are you blowing up your cheeks?
No point in changing your face now, I remember. It was when I was looking things up online. Aren't you a singer?
Oh, I've seen you on TV before. Oh, Rotty, a TV is...
I know that much, Liliana.
That's right. Wow, it's amazing. A singer is in this town.
Oh, Rotty, a singer is...
I know what it is! Liliana, who do you think I am?
A weird person who doesn't know much about recent events?
That's so messed up. Don't describe me to be a sad person. I've heard of records from singers too.
Rotty, records are pretty old. No one has them anymore.
What?
Really? I've never seen one before. We have to do something about this town's technology deficit.
Oh.
You guys sure get along. So why is the world's renowned singer familiar with Sheena and Artemis Anashi? Oh, well, it all started from a coincidence. Hey, I'm not the guide. Oh, really? Well, whatever. Just show me around. What do you mean, whatever? You're too much of a free spirit. Hey, Miss Chloe? Chloe is fine. Sure thing. So, Chloe, why me? I know I'm not one to say, but I'm curt and suspicious to ask to do a favour on the first day. You don't look strange to me, Arata. I feel like I've been on the journey with you before. Wait, what did you just say? Have we travelled together before? Before that, did you call me Arata? I don't remember telling you my name. Come to think of it, why do I know? Celica. You remember Celica? Remember? I don't get it, but it feels nostalgic. That happened, and since then we've become close, and we've exchanged contact, and I met Sheena.
Oh, how romantic.
So maybe you guys were lovers in a past life, like Mai and I?
Yeah, that is impossible. Maybe. It's just that something piqued my curiosity. It wasn't just Arata. Sheena also didn't feel like a stranger to me. She feels more than a friend. It's like we bonded together in a past life, a friendship forged in fire. That's why if something were to happen to Arata and Sheena, I'm here to help. I guess that's it.
That's so cool.
Chloe quietly got up and started to hum. Oh.
Your voice is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I could listen to it for hours. Thanks. The girls seem to enjoy her vocal talent. And that's it. There's really not that much to do today, so we might as well just carry on. It's difficult to pretend that everything's normal. I know all we can do is return to our normal lives until we find a lead on escaping, but...
Well, let's try not to be so stirred up during the day, okay? We'll get tired.
Yes, we have to blend into the dorm's functions.
Well, let's head back to our rooms for today. That's...
Oh, Bishop, headmistress, and...
It was rare for the bishop to come to Wordsworth. I wonder what business she has. Could it be she found out? If the Black Road group have seen our movements from the previous days, my heart froze in my chest. Ah, you three. Good timing. I was just about to call you over. Now, please greet the Lady Bishop.
Hello, Bishop.
Hello.
People I needed to be the most cautious around, the headmistress and the black-cloaked person, were right in front of me. We're being watched, was what I thought. From behind the black hood, an unusual gaze stared unwaveringly at me. However, I didn't want to needlessly stir things up and stand out. Until the morning of our escape plan, I had to act obedient. While being wary, I spoke to the bishop. Hello, Lady Bishop. It's rare for you to come to the girls' dorm. Hello, Mai, Rotten, Liliana. It is an important matter, so today I came here directly myself. Due to the guidance of Elstrain, Liliana, you've been selected for the all-night worship before the festival.
Me?
Yes, it is the most important worship. In order to begin the Elstrain festival, please do your best.
Amazing. The all-night worship before the carnival is a huge role that normal girls usually aren't given.
Yes, it was a divination. How wonderful. I will stay with you during the night as well, rest assured.
Yes, I'm honoured, Lady Bishop.
Liliana answered with an honest gaze. She must have wanted to answer in the great wall that the bishop gave her. Also, in a previous scene ages ago, we were told it was entirely optional, but they seem to be kind of forcing her right now. Overnight at the church. There was no way the headmistress didn't know of this. Liliana.
Mai, if Lady Bishop is with her, I'm sure she'll be fine.
It was true that the bishop was kind and didn't seem to be involved with the string of incidents until now. I will take my leave now, Liliana. Let us meet again later at the church. I wondered how the bishop was connected to the black-cloaked group. Are they not a target of suspicion? Liliana, once you are done with dinner, make sure to prepare so that you can leave as soon as possible. I understand, headmistress. And Rotti, Mai, even if you're worried about Liliana, you mustn't leave the dorm like you did last time. This time we'll move properly to make sure the all-night worship ends safely, so rest easy and wait for her return. No, you're probably fucking plotting to kill her, aren't you? Yeah, I understand. You just don't want your murder to be interrupted. I'm on to you. Then you two conduct yourselves as good girls. Liliana, if anything happens, get out of the church as soon as you can and come back to us.
Mai, thank you for your concern. If you tell me that, then I won't be scared. Still, Liliana, what a big role. I'm as happy as if it was me. Thank you.
As expected, Rotti and Liliana showed little signs of worry, and were much more on the side of excitement, even if it's smarter to listen to their instructions in order to not stand out. I felt an irritation at Liliana being given such a dangerous mission, and rightly so. She was nearly murdered last time. It should never be considered again.
I wonder if Liliana's okay.
Don't worry, Mai. The bishop will be there tonight to oversee the festival service. She has plenty of people to look after her.
You say that, Roddy, but you keep staring at the church from the window.
I know worrying does me no good, but it's hard not to.
Yeah. Can't it be morning already?
Mai, once you get some rest, it'll be here before you know it.
Sure, but...
Liliana will come trotting through that door any second now. Mai! Roddy!
Liliana?
Ah! You scared me!
What the hell is going on?
Please save Sheena!
Sheena? What happened?
Sheena's in danger! If we don't hurry...
Calm down, Liliana. We can't do anything until you explain what's happening.
Here, drink some water. Thank you.
Take a deep breath. Okay, wanna tell us what happened with Sheena?
So, I was just at the all-night worship with the headmistress.
How dare you interrupt the all-night worship?
Forgive me. I have an urgent report for both the bishop and you, headmistress.
What on earth could it be?
I cannot speak of it here. Would you please follow me to the bishop's room?
If you insist. Goodness, it better be serious enough to warrant interrupting our sacred all-night worship. Liliana, stay here and continue with your prayers. Understood? So, out with it. This better be worth it.
Sheena Ninomiya has entered the secret house in the tourist area.
What did you say? I see. She went after all. She broke her vow to me.
What should we do with Ninomiya? Even now we have her under surveillance, but...
If Sheena has trespassed, then she is a criminal. She must be purged. You mustn't let her escape.
Purge?
Who's there? I must be mistaken.
Thanks to my quick thinking, I was able to hide in the shadow behind the door. But had I chosen to keep running away, there's a chance they would have purged me as well.
I can't believe it. Liliana, I'm so glad you're safe.
Thanks for making it here in one piece. And I'm sorry about my mother. You've done nothing wrong, Roddy. Don't apologize on her behalf.
That's right. You shouldn't be sorry. What's important now is Sheena. Liliana, you said Sheena went to the secret room?
Yes. From what I understand, it is where they house Woodworth's student and faculty records.
The dorm's registry warehouse. Didn't you say it was in the tourist area?
I overheard the conversation between the faculty, and it frightened me. The headmistress and Shizu spoke coldly. It was different than usual.
Either way, we need to find Sheena.
Yes. I'm certain the black-robed people are there, so we should be careful.
If they already have her, then all we need to do is find them. Which, thanks to those robes of theirs, shouldn't be too hard. Alright, let's roll, you two.
I feel hurt most for Rotty, where she said, "I'm sorry about my mother." Like, she sounded so fucking heartbroken. Like, she knows her mother is evil, and she just doesn't know how to process it. But next time on Death End Request 2, we are going to be desperately racing back to the tourist area to try and save Sheena, because she's clearly in danger, and now they're after her. But until then, you guys take care now.